Many thanks for choosing us. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. The police is expected to put the leader of the Fix the Country movement, Oliver Barker-Vormawor, before the court this morning. Vormawor, who was arrested on Friday, is on a hunger strike. The movement announced in a statement that Mr. Barker-Vormawor has refused to eat since his arrest on Friday for what police say is his Facebook post threatening to stage a coup. Has criticized the Ghana police statement. It says it will arraign the Fix the Country convener, Oliver Barker-Vormawor. We'll hear from Martin Kpebu, but listen to a member of the Fix the Country talking about Vormawor's hunger strike.
In high spirits, he is currently on a hunger strike. So he's only taking fluids. He's not taking any food at all. When you say what did we discuss, a bit more, you need to be a bit more specific. The hunger strike is just he's using it to highlight the injustices of the state. So if you look at the fact that he was, accosted by some people at the airport when he arrived on Friday, that was around 5. They accosted him around 5. He was detained for over 24 hours where his family, his lawyers, nobody knew where he was exactly. And it was only around 6:30 yesterday that the police actually allowed him, they called the lawyers and allowed them access to him. So you see already they're infringing upon his rights, Even if you arrest someone or you detain someone, the person has a right to seek legal counsel. So that's one right that was denied of him. So he's just using this to highlight. This, of course, is not something that probably just happens to Oliver. This is something that happens to Ghanaians all the time, where the police abuse their power. So he's just using his particular situation to highlight how this is a systemic problem.
Legal practitioner Martin Kpebu has criticized the Ghana police statement and that it says the Fix the Country convener will be arraigned before court today as unconstitutional. He argues the intended action by the police is a breach of Article 14.3 of the Constitution. This is because it flouts the 48-hour detention rule. Our court correspondent Joseph Akable joins us for more. Akable, what more do we know about Barker-Vormawor's arraignment in court? Hello, Joseph.
Just a short while ago, Aisha, he was remanded into police custody. This was after charges were leveled against him. Just one charge specifically that has been filed against him, the charge of treason felony. And I am here at the Ashaiman District Court. The state prosecutor, a police prosecutor specifically, ASP Sylvester Asari, took the court through the basis for the arrest of Mr. Oliver Barker-Vormawor. He explains that some time ago, the police received information that Mr. Barker-Vormawor was intending to incite persons to engage in a coup, and so they said investigation commenced, and subsequently they learned that he had been inciting them on social media, and so he was picked up. Let me quickly do the interaction with a few of his members of the Fix the Country conveners who are here with us here. Raphael, earlier you were telling me about how you feel about all what is happening now.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. It is very devastating what is happening in the country now. Ghana is a democratic country. We all admit to that fact. But what is happening now, Ghana is turning to be a banana republic. What is happening now is too much, okay? And the youth of Ghana, you can see from the people that Ghana is rising. The youth of this country are saying they are not happy with whatever that is going on. Akufo-Addo is the father of the land. And if indeed Akufo-Addo call us all as fellow Ghanaians, we have risen, and all we are saying is justice must be served. Coup does not mean you are going to vote against the government. They should go to the constitution, the dictionary, and check the meaning of coup. He never said he's going to organize a military coup. Oliver Barker is not a military officer. Oliver has never had any military training anywhere. He just made a comment that he is going to organize an e-coup. What is e-coup, Mr. Bawumia? Which comments, Mr. President, haven't you heard in this country?
He said.
You said it yourself. What is the meaning of all die be die, Mr. President? What is happening now in this country is sending this country in a ditch. And Akufo-Addo, if you remember the Arab Spring, what you said about the Arab Spring is about to happen.
Is that the same for you? How do you feel?
We are marching straight to the police station. We need to be there. Oliver needs to be granted bail. No crime in this country. Okay? Yes, sir.
I'm to talk. Yeah, Abusa for Indian Ghana for some more share. I have faced the country freedom fighters. Young man, yes, here. I never mato. The Akosno, hello. The Akosno, a bit mato me. And I Oliver, Abiana, or Chanel. The media on the say, social media. Based on social media, you can use social media to judge someone. Because the state, some form a standing message, you know. Abia, I'm influenced at Ako, Abia Mabo, Abia Manumsa, Abia drug addict, club me a standing message. And this Mr. IGP, say IGP, Echo basic only on social media, any over Jumaya.
Sure, thank you.
Because
thank you. So thank you.
The state about sending message, you know. Who needs situation Pakro, Abia no abo. At the end of also in frustration. Oh no, wife, a crime or problem or to me file phone, a sending message movie. Actually, oh, as they sorry, message I'm sending man on Miss Roman. That's a based on that we are calling you to court. I think this is highly frustrated. I say you can also judge it. Thank you very much. I'm faithful.
So thank you very much. And so that is another member of the Fix the Country group that you heard there. And Aisha, earlier, I was trying to run you through a bit of what transpired in court. I mean, specifically, he's been charged with treason felony. A request for bail was not granted by the courts. The judge noted that this is a matter that the district court does not have jurisdiction to grant him bail. Mr. Barker-Vormawor was represented in court by respected legal practitioner Mr. Kutuampao. He made an application for bail and he specifically accused the police of breaching the constitution by not ensuring that they put Mr. Oliver Barker-Vormawor before court within 48 hours. We got some explanation from the police. DSP Sylvester Sari, who led the prosecution team today, did explain that it is the case that on Sunday, when even before the expiration of the 48-hour window, they had made efforts and sent a team to the Chief Justice's office to ensure that they actually had a court that could sit and hear the matter within the 48 hours. But it proved futile, he indicated, and so it is on that basis that they had no choice but to arraign him at this morning. And so the latest from the Ashaman District Court is that Mr. Barker-Vormawor remains in the custody of the police up until February 28th. The court says he reserves the right of making an application at the High Court if he deems it necessary to do so. Aisha.
Joseph Akable is our man. He's reporting from the Ashaman court, and he's been telling us that Barker-Vormawor has been... Akable, if you're still there, can you describe his demeanor when he was given this sentence or when he was charged with this? Hello, Akable.
Together with one of the Fix the Country shirts underneath the suit. Very calm, he looked pensive. There were points in time that he folded his arms. There was one point in time that he had attempted to say something to the court, and the magistrate did indicate that he could not speak at that point in time and that his lawyers were going to address any concern. Specifically, this was at the time that the claim was being made that he was arrested at 10 p.m. on Friday. And so he wanted to speak to correct that impression that he had been arrested on Friday, 10 p.m. And his lawyers did in fact point out that the arrest was effected sometime around 4 p.m. on Friday. And so it was a look of calmness, pensiveness, and also monitoring what was going on closely. Right after proceedings, he was led out of the courtroom right here on my left-hand side and brought into the waiting police vehicle to be taken into police custody. Aisha.
Akable, we are told that he's on hunger strike. How did he look? Did he look like somebody who's not eating for days?
I mean, obviously, for those of us, and by way of the media landscape and the interactions we've had with Mr. Barker-Vormawor, he doesn't look as energetic as we've all known him to be on a normal day. I mean, he's quite a vociferous young man. He was a bit calm at this time around and looked very pensive. as he was actually brought into the court handcuffed. And when the case was called, the cuffs were taken off, but eventually the cuffs were fixed again and he was taken into the waiting van. But we understand from the group and those who are close to him that the hunger strike, he's taking flutes. It's just meals that he's not taking. And it's to register his displeasure at the fact that he believes that his arrest is unlawful and his rights are being breached by the state security apparatus.
Reporting from the magistrate's court where Barker-Vormawor was sent to this morning. He's being charged with treason felony, and he's to appear before the district court on the 28th February. So we'll be monitoring this for you. This is where to stay, the Joy News channel. We have all the updates for you.